Right then, well, not the start to Ryan Smith's weekend that he was hoping for, but of course with extreme efforts from the team through the night. We're joined here by a slightly more chirpy Ryan Smith. Ryan, first of all, terribly sorry, but tell us what you think went wrong yesterday.
So yeah, free practice, we fitted a new engine because we had a little bit of oil issues, because obviously we run our own engine, we don't run the factory engine because of value and budget and stuff like that. So in the free practice, engine was really strong, oil pressure, temperature, everything was really good. Qualifying, set a new lap record, thought okay, we found the setup for the truck, we found that. Art lap, you know, because when you're in the cab, you're wary of all gauges. Oil pressure amazing, fuel pressure amazing.
And there are a lot of gauges, just to let you all know. There are several hundred. And buttons to go with each one.
And channels. There's like 500 channels, but every channel ticked the box. And went out on Art Lab, got off on the start really good. And you know what? Everybody expected me to be disappointed with the engine blowing up. I'm not. You know why? The truck tried to dig in on the gas. He tried to roll. He didn't, because that's how they're built. They're built so good now, technology and safety, for the championship included. Unfortunately, we took Dave with us because he was on the oil, but there's nothing we could do. So the next step was, we up for fight? Are we going to travel and go get us other engines, make a good one out of the two? And of course, the team we've got and the sponsors, the Northside Truck and Band sent 2 apprentices who worked with them as well overnight. They've really just had an experience that they probably never thought.
Baptism of fire, they call it, I think.
Full thank you to Northside, you know, Arnie. What can I say about
What can you say about Arnie? I mean, that people don't already know. A legend, basically.
He's the only one that's not had a wink of sleep. Just stayed out, double check. And you know what? That's a credit to our team. He's caused it. Congratulations to Stuart and Michael. They won the races yesterday.
Yeah, pretty much turnaround.
which is really good. And also what he does is gives social media a good stir in a good way, because there's been positive feedbacks on the BTRC channel, our channel, and all that. So you know what? It's safety's first. Yeah. We can try and get back out on track today and get some points back. But fundamentally, the truck's in one piece, I'm in one piece, and we all want to just go home to his family safe in there. We missed the barrier. We didn't roll.
Yeah, I mean, the truck was in a situation that it could be put back on. Yes, it needed a new engine. Yes, it took them about 12 hours. They didn't get any sleep, but like you say, the truck is in a condition where it can be put back on. So you're still no wiser to what actually went wrong with the engine at the moment?
We think it dropped a valve and put an hole in the piston.
Yeah, you don't want to do that with them, really.
So then what it did is pressurised the
exhaust side of the manifold, pressurised oil system,
dropped the top off,
blew the whole lot,
and blew 30 litres of oil in 3 seconds.
I had a Rover that used to do that.
Okay, good to hear from Ryan Smith, and good to see that he's going to be back out for our 3rd race of the weekend, the first of 3 today for the British Truck Racing Championship. The grid is based on the results of race 1 yesterday, with the top 8 finishers reversed. Now, of course, it was Michael Oliver who took the win. He passed Stephen Powell on the very last corner of race 1 yesterday to take the victory, which means he starts 8th for this race. It's John Powell, who had 2 wins in Division 2 yesterday, who's on pole in his DAF, alongside number 33 Neil Yates, MAN. The second row, David Smith and Tom O'Rourke in an MAN and an International Navistar. Stuart Oliver, the 10 times champion, had a win yesterday on row 3 alongside John Bowler. 4th row, Stephen Powell and Michael Oliver, son of Stuart. On the 5th row, we have the Division 2 points leader Simon Cole alongside his son Archie Handy, MAN and Volvo. And on the 6th row, watch out for fireworks from the back. Ryan Smith in the Daimler Freightliner we've just heard from, alongside David Jenkins, MAN. The top 2 in the Division 1 points chart failed to take the restart in race 1 yesterday, so they have to start from the back in this 3rd race of the weekend. There they are on their rolling lap behind the pace truck. TRP Truck and Trailer Parts DAF is about to head into pit lane. This will be a 15-minute race. 12 trucks out there. There's Ryan Smith in the Daimler at the back, the Northside sponsored machine. 5-ton, near 1,000 horsepower race trucks about to be unleashed on the Snetterton circuit Red light's about to go out, and here we go. They rocket their way down towards Riches for the first time. Flying starts for Jenkins and Smith from the back. They're already carving through the Division 2 machines. Look at David Smith up the outside of the number 11. John Powell, the slightly less powerful Division 2 truck, on pole position, and David Smith leads a race for the first time this year in his comeback season to truck racing. He's a former Division 2 champion. Up into second goes Neil Yates. Stuart Oliver's come through into third, and here comes Stephen Powell up the outside in the number 3. Oh, this is going to be interesting into the hairpin. Michael Oliver round the outside of everybody. He gets a bit of rubbing there with the 86 of Tom O'Rourke, and somehow they've all made it round. Michael Oliver on the grass. Now, he got a 30-second penalty in race 2 yesterday for exceeding track limits too many times. Doesn't want to do that again. He was all over the place, it has to be said, in race 2 yesterday. He won the first race. Ryan Smith's already slicing his way through the field, as is David Jenkins. It's David Smith, no relation to Ryan, who leads the way in the number 11, the man from Kent. Neil Yates up there in second place, the recovery company boss. Then it's Stuart Oliver in third, Stephen Powell fourth. David Jenkins already up to fifth. He clips the back of Stephen Powell there. That could allow Ryan Smith to come through. These quicker trucks coming through from the back, they're all bottled up behind one another. Very spectacular indeed. Ryan Smith cuts his way past Stephen Powell. There's a cloud of smoke there just as they came through Hamilton. I didn't see if that was somebody going off. It's David Smith who leads. Best he's had this year is a 4th at Brands Hatch, his first season in Division 1. Can he hang on for his first Division 1 win here? Well, not if Ryan Smith's got anything to do with it. He had 2 second places at the round at Donington, having started from the back of the grid after his truck broke down in qualifying before he could set a time. So he's had his share of problems this year. Stuart Oliver, who finally scored his first win of the season yesterday, attacking Neil Yates. Stuart Oliver's had a disastrous season. His Volvo VNL that he's raced previously broke down at Pembrey in the first race, and he wasn't able to race again, so no points there. And then when they went to Thruxton, he crashed in qualifying and was out for the weekend. The Volvo was wrecked, and they built this MAN for the rest of the season, the Oliver Racing team. Challenging Neil Yates for second. Neil got sideways off the curb there at the bomb hole. This is allowing David Smith in the number 11 to extend his lead. You can see the steam coming off the front wheel. That's because these trucks use water-cooled brakes. They're electronically limited to 100 miles an hour as opposed to the 56 mile an hour for road-going lorries in the UK. As they come round to complete their first lap, David Smith has the lead. Ryan Smith, meanwhile, is up to 4th from the back row of the grid. David Jenkins is in 6th from the back row of the grid. There's Ryan. As Stuart Oliver has a look on the inside, he's going to go through into second place, up on the grass on the inside there. Ryan Smith. Ryan's not going to go 3 wide into the hairpin. You can't go 3 wide into the hairpin in cars, never mind in 3 trucks. No, he thinks better of it. He hangs back into Wilson's hairpin. David Jenkins doesn't, though, straight up the outside. There's 5 of them together. This is terrific. Battling out like they're in minis or something, not trucks, these 5. Jenkins got squeezed out by Stephen Powell. Ryan Smith's gone round the outside of Stuart Oliver down towards Palmer. He's up to 2nd. Now, how long before he takes the lead from David Smith? It isn't going to be long, I don't think, given how fast Ryan is, going to his 9th consecutive title this year. He's made no secrets of the fact he wants to match and beat the record of the man he's just overtaken, Stuart Oliver. He's won 10 titles in Britain and 1 in the European Truck Racing Championship. There's the 2 Neil Yates recovery machines. Neil himself ahead of Stephen Powell in the number 3. He's 3rd in the Division 1 points, as David Jenkins says, no, you're not getting past me, to Michael Oliver. On the grass there is Stephen Powell coming out of Hamilton. That's going to allow Tom O'Rourke a run up the inside. The Scotsman in the bonneted International Navistar. Excuse me, he says. This is frantic. You wouldn't believe this is only the 2nd lap of the day. These guys have got 2 more races to come yet. O'Rourke goes through past Stephen Powell. He's having a strong weekend, Tom O'Rourke, and somebody's gone very wide there. Great cloud of dust. Who was that? I think that might have been Neil Yates there in the 33. David Smith still leads in the Auto-Quip number 11 MAN. DS Commercials truck being reeled in by Ryan Smith in 2nd. The 2 Smiths nose to tail now. Ryan's ready to go for the lead. Stuart Oliver behind him. There's a great bottleneck behind, looking like the M25 on a bad day. But is it ever not a bad day on the M25? Past the point where Ryan Smith's engine let go yesterday, going into Corham, sending him spinning onto the grass. You can still see where the grass was churned up there as the truck spun off. Took David Jenkins with him. And now surely Ryan's going to try and get alongside here down the Senna straights, but Stuart Oliver's staying with them. You can see David Smith's truck is not quite as quick as the two behind him. They're bottled up slightly. Ryan goes for the inside. He's going to draw alongside over the line. David Smith trying to move to cover. But Ryan's got the inside line for riches, has he? No, he hasn't. Good defensive work there by David Smith. He wants his first Division 1 win. Ryan Smith, not surprisingly, he's got the fastest lap, 2:29.009. Stuart Oliver only a few hundredths of a second behind, though, and only a few inches behind there as they go into the hairpin. Average speed of 71 miles an hour around the slightly twisty Snetterton circuit, and there's a bit of rubbing there as Smith, is he going to go around the outside into Palmer? They're side by side, the MAN and the Daimler. Smith's going to use the power of that Daimler Freightliner here to get alongside, going towards Agostini. He's going to be on the outside. He needs to get the move done before the corner, and he's done it. Ryan Smith takes the lead from the back of the grid. Just as he almost did at Donington. He was beaten on that occasion from the back by a certain David Jenkins. Stuart Oliver third. And collision there, that's David Smith has been hit by Stuart Oliver. David Smith was slower off the corner and Oliver loses his front bodywork. Now hopefully the truck is okay there. Oh no, it's not. Stuart Oliver, I think he may have bent his steering. He's had no luck whatsoever this season, poor Stuart Oliver. David Smith was slower off the corner than he expected. Yeah, the right front corner's wounded. You can see he's going to have to drop out of the race. Well, 2 no scores this season. He finally got his first win of the season yesterday. And then he hits the back of David Smith, the truck shedding parts as he tries to stay off the track there. He's on the grass so that he doesn't dump bits of truck all over the racing line. Well, he hit the back of David Smith. We hope that David's truck is still running. This is further up. And look at Stephen Powell. He's got no bodywork at all on the right-hand side of the truck. So was he involved there as well? Or has something else happened further back? Well, the front of David Jenkins' truck might tell that story. Look, his front bodywork's hanging off. As I said, these guys have got 2 more races later on. We don't want the trucks in bits after the first race of the day. John Bowler in behind David Jenkins. There's bits of bodywork everywhere. Our marshals are going to be busy after this race. Look at the state of the circuit here. Dr. Palmer's not going to be happy. Let's have a look. David Smith seemed to brake suddenly. I do not know what happened there. He seemed to suddenly, you saw his front wheel lock up. So for some reason, David Smith braked as he came out of Agostini, and that's what caught out Stuart Oliver. That was a strange incident there, certainly. So Ryan Smith leads. He's 5 seconds ahead of David Smith now. David with some damage to the left rear corner. You can see his wheel arch is missing. But he's escaped that and he's still second in the MAN. Further back in third is Neil Yates. He's going well. And fourth, Tom O'Rourke. Fifth is Stephen Powell in his lightweight MAN with quite a bit of bodywork missing. Then it's Michael Oliver. And then we've got David Jenkins. More contact as Michael Oliver clips the back of Stephen Powell. There's debris everywhere. Need the road sweeper out on track after this one. All this, and we haven't been able to concentrate on who's leading Division 2. The truck that started on pole was John Powell. I think he's still leading the class. Yeah, he's about 7 seconds ahead. There he is. 7 seconds ahead of Simon Cole, who's the points leader in Division 2. Been Mr. Consistent this year, leading the points despite not having won a race. And Archie Handy is the other Division 2 truck, the youngest man in the race, son of Simon Cole. He's moved almost straight from junior saloon cars into trucks in the ex-Paul McComiskey Volvo. There goes the Midland Caliper Centre sponsored DAF of John Powell. And there's Stephen Powell under fire from Michael Oliver. Well, things calming down a bit again now. Well, plenty of souvenirs for our volunteer marshals, it has to be said. Big thanks to them for their service, as always. We could not go racing without them. 5 minutes to go, so we're at 2/3 distance. Thankfully, Stuart Oliver's truck did not stop too close to the edge of the circuit, so we didn't require a red flag. No safety cars, of course, in truck racing. Lead gap is now over 8 seconds for Ryan Smith over David Smith. Now O'Rourke's got a wheel arch hanging off, look, on the right front on the International Navistar. Closing on Neil Yates, he's going to try and take 3rd place. Bash! What is going on out there? Stephen Powell's going to get past both of them. Now O'Rourke, has he stalled it or has he damaged the front of his truck? Straight into the side of Neil Yates. What's going on out there? So now Neil Yates 3rd, Stephen Powell, his teammates 4th, Michael Oliver's up to 5th, David Jenkins has come through to 6th. Tom O'Rourke is still going, he's behind John Powell. O'Rourke, who finished 3rd on the road in race 2 yesterday, got a penalty for track limits. Michael Oliver got a bigger penalty. More bits of debris go flying as the trucks run over them. I hope nobody's going to puncture on those. Circuit looks like it's been staging a banger race. This is chaos. Michael Oliver attacking Stephen Powell. The front end of Tom O'Rourke. He tried the over-enthusiastic attack there, the MV Commercials man in the International Navistar. Clipped the side of the 33 of Neil Yates. Lost him 4 places. Ryan and David Smith still 1st and 2nd. This is the fight for 3rd. Can Neil Yates hang on for a podium? At the front of this train of 6 trucks at the moment, Neil Yates has never had a podium in Division 1. The best he's had this year is 5th at Brands Hatch in the final race there. They go to Brands Hatch again, of course, on Bonfire weekend for the season finale, where we'll find out if Ryan Smith is going to take his 9th consecutive Division 1 title and whether Simon Cole can take a first Division 2 title. Or will it be John Powell who can close in on him? Paul Rivette, with that engine failure, now pretty much written out of the championship because he's already missed a round this year at Pembrey through injury. Sam Osborne replaced him on that occasion, the touring car driver. Lead gap is up to 12 seconds now for Ryan Smith. He's away and gone. Michael Oliver attacking Stephen Powell as they come down towards the hairpin. He won't get round the outside there. Maybe he's trying to set it up for the left-hander at Palmer. David Jenkins, dragging his front bumper, is in just behind them. He's been stuck in traffic all the way through this race. Michael Oliver on the grass again. Now he got a big penalty in race 2 yesterday of 30 seconds for repeated track limits offences, so he needs to be careful not to do so again. Tom O'Rourke side by side through Palmer with John Bowler, trying to do a Ryan Smith round the outside. He gets onto the grass. John Bowler clips the side of him. Is he going to get up the inside into Agostini? I think he is. This is the battle for 7th position. John Bowler, 1 Division 1 win in his career so far. That was at Thruxton last year. Long-time Division 2 driver over the years, making the move up last season. Division 2, the slightly less powerful trucks with more standard parts. And Neil Yates, this is impressive, still holding that 3rd place. Just 1 retirement so far, that of course Stuart Oliver. And here is Ryan Smith. Now there's 40 seconds left on the clock as he comes out of the right-hander at Nelson. Now he may get 1 more lap out of this. He's already, of course, got the fastest lap, 2:27.011 for Ryan Smith. Over half a second quicker than anyone else has managed. Next quickest is John Bowler with 2:28.3. 15 seconds on the clock. So this is going to be tight. We'll see if the checkered flag does go out this time or whether we're going to get 1 more lap in. Here he comes up the centre straights, the Nottinghamshire driver. Well, he's greeted by a black and white flag, but it's not the checkered flag. That's the driving standards flag for somebody, so we get one more lap out of it. Away goes Flying Ryan. He flew through the field, certainly in the early stages, to catch David Smith the lead. David still second. This will be his best ever Division 1 results. 15, nearly 16 seconds in it. It's side by side now for third place. Michael Oliver's going to try and go around the outside of Neil Yates. Neil wants that first podium. There's contact between the two of them. They're leaning on each other. Michael Oliver sideways. I thought he was going to spin there, but he's got round the outside into third. The two Neil Yates recovery trucks in behind them. Neil's been shuffled back behind Stephen Powell. Now, bad luck Neil Yates. He was on for his first podium until that good move there by Michael Oliver. It was certainly a brave move to go round the outside into the first corner. Behind them is Jenkins, then O'Rourke has got ahead of Bowler. What a chaotic race. So Michael Oliver, who scored his first win of the season yesterday, as did his father Stuart in race 2, is on for third place now. Stephen Powell in fourth, and David Jenkins under fire. John Bowler's not finished yet. O'Rourke got through coming out of Palmer. David Jenkins has got some handling issues, I think. He's got damage to the front end, as we can see there, with the bumper hanging off, so maybe his steering's damaged as well. There's a lot of trucks needing repairs. What time's the next race? It's just before the lunch break at 1:45. So I haven't got long to repair all this. Well, Ryan Smith is heading for victory. Here he comes out of Nelson Corner for the final time in the Northside Truck and Van Daimler Freightliner, and this is reward for his team's efforts. They worked till 4 AM to replace the engine after its failure yesterday in the Daimler, and he's going to reward them with a dominant victory. Here he comes into Murray's Corner for the last time, and the winner of race 3 for the British Truck Racing Championship here at Snetterton is the 8-time champion, going for a 9th consecutive title this year. Ryan Smith takes his first win of the weekend, and he's way ahead of everybody else. It should be David Smith who comes through for second. Yep, there's the MAN. Michael Oliver heads the pack for third place. David Smith will take his best ever Division 1 result, his first podium of the season, in second place. And Michael Oliver snatches third at the start of the final lap. Stephen Powell is fourth. Neil Yates a good fifth, ahead of Tom O'Rourke, then John Bowler. David Jenkins only 8th. And John Powell is going to win Division 2. Now, the results of that race will set the grid for race 5. 8th place takes pole, of course, to the top 8 reverse, so David Jenkins is going to be on pole for our final race provisionally. John Powell coming through to win Division 2 for the 3rd time this weekend and close the gap on Simon Cole a little, but Cole will take second in the class. They're about 10.5 seconds apart. You can just see as Powell crosses the line, you can just see, they're still at it after the checkered flag. That's David Smith. He's already finished second. He's got it bogged down in the grass. Replace your divots, please, drivers. Simon Cole's taken second in Division 2, nearly 11 seconds back. And Archie Handy, hopefully, is going to be the final finisher, unless something's happened to him as well. That was mayhem. This is a replay of what happened to Tom O'Rourke. I don't think that was intentional, going into the side of Neil Yates. He clipped the curb on the inside of the hairpin and was lucky nobody went into the back of it. And there's David Smith. That was after the flag. Was that a celebratory donut that went wrong? What a bizarre incident. Archie Handy crosses the line, the young gun, third in Division 2. Wow. How do you sum up a race like that? Well, TRP truck and trailer parts, I think, will be needed after that one. That's all I can say, I think. Ryan Smith takes the win by nearly 20 seconds. David Smith, his first ever Division 1 podium, in second. And Michael Oliver completing the top 3. Stephen Powell in 4th place. Neil Yates ran 3rd for most of the way, but has to settle the 5th. Then O'Rourke, Bowler, Jenkins down in 8th. That means he'll provisionally get pole for race 5. John Powell wins Division 2 ahead of Simon Cole and Archie Handy. And of course, Stuart Oliver was a non-finisher with damage after he clipped David Smith. Let's head down to Pointy in Parc Ferme to see what everybody makes of that one.
Oh my goodness me, that is unbelievable. What can we say for Ryan Smith and his team, starting the day with not even a running truck to finish the first race from very far back, shall we say. Ryan Smith, absolutely sterling drive. That was immaculate, sir.
That was for team. You know what? We got no gears, we've got no brake water, but we just coasted it home. Thankfully, that was for team, all their hard work last night. I just needed to go out there and put in a performance for their workmanship. Without that team, I would have never got that victory, so that is 100% for them. Just a quick one, where did Dave Smith finish?
Oh, hold on, I'll tell you.
Tell me in a second.
No.
He was in second for a long time, wasn't he?
Hold on, let me get my screenshots up. I should know this off by heart, really, shouldn't I? Right, Dave Smith was indeed second, yes, and Michael Oliver in first, so yeah, there we go. So, phenomenal result. I mean, I'm absolutely made up for you. The underdog story is incredible.
Well, we just got speaking to Dave last night, and he was saying how he felt, and we helped him with a bit of a tyre setup, and you know what, that's what Dave Smith can drive. He's 2 times Division 2 champion, and they're a great team, and I'm delighted for them as well. But honestly, thanks to all our sponsors sticking by us. Northside Truck and Van sending 2 apprentices last night, sending a van with the engine in spare. You know, the guys working all through the night and not literally saying they've been to sleep for 5 hours and got for 5. No sleep, no nothing. Gear sticks a bit worse for wear. Run out of brake water, but you know what, I'm not complaining.
You pushed it. I mean, he took a fresh engine and pushed it. Ryan Smith, well done. Come and get a round of applause from your fans, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely incredible. Now let's go and have a word. Michael, not quite the celebration from yesterday, but where is he? Can I have mine with red sauce, please? And can I have an egg on one of them as well? Just give me like 2 minutes to do this though, yeah, all right. Coming through, come over here. Come here, you. What a drive. Absolutely incredible. First trophy of the weekend. You look tired though, was that hard work?
That was hard work. I've been up all night thinking about lines, braking points, turnings. It's been hard work. I got a good start. I just thought, right, get your head down, just go for it. And then, yeah, we just started to gap them a bit, and I thought, I'm away here. I could do this.
I mean, Ryan's extremely happy for you. The first question he asked was, is Dave in second place?
I knew when I was following you, even, do you know when I went out round outside of you, I thought, he slowed it right down, he's not going to hit me anyway.
Look at this, look at this. Well done, gents. Well done, Dave. Fantastic. Can't wait to hand you a trophy. Great effort, great start. As you can see, with the amount of effort that's gone into the trucks over the night, to come back with a result like that, this is what the fans want to see. Round of applause to everybody on the teams, the drivers, and of course, Michael Oliver as well, taking 3rd place. Yeah, 3rd.
8th to 3rd.
8th to 3rd. Weren't like pretty much last to first though, were you?
I'll give you more shots.
Yeah, you just go.